centipede.
Sup YouTube, Visual Gaming Network, and welcome to episode 34 of our Mario game in Java tutorial. Last episode we implemented multiple levels into our game. This episode we're going to be implementing piranha plants into our game. Now if you're not exactly sure what a piranha plant in a Mario game is, it's pretty much those plants with like sharp teeth that come out of the pipes to try to like eat you then go back down. And yeah, that's pretty much what we're going to be implementing today. It's actually a lot simpler than you may think. All we have to do is that we have to make it spawn in a pipe, make it move up and down, and just add some like collision detection for it. It's actually pretty simple. So I'm gonna dive. Oh, before I dive into the episode, I was about to say I'm gonna dive right into this episode, but before I get into the episode, I want to say the reason why this video is a day late. It's because I was usually how I make tutorials is that I record and edit the day before, then I upload it in the morning. So the new way I was seeing if it works. The new way I was going to record tutorials is that I would record it after school on the day it should be uploaded, then upload it like before I was about to go to bed. But because I had like lots of homework to do that day, it didn't work out so well. So of course I'm just gonna switch back to the old method. So yeah, hope you guys can forgive me for that. Yeah, as soon as I I'm 2 days late for my other tutorials, I'm late again. Right, so I'll switch back to the old method I used for recording tutorials, and yeah, should be better. Also, one more thing, if there's a specific topic you want me to cover in the tutorial, well, as of 100 subscribers, I'm letting you guys choose what I actually cover in the next tutorial, so what topic I cover. So, to suggest what topic you want me to cover in the next tutorial, just leave a comment below in the comment section, and I'll pick what topic you want me to do. If there's multiple topics, I'll pick a random one. Hopefully, you're the winner. So, yeah, now we're going to create our piranha plant class. We're going to go into our mob package in our entity package. We're going to create a new class. And piranha plant, for like a name, I reckon it's a bit long. So for short, I'm just going to call it plant. And because, you know, our plant class is an entity, of course, we need to make it extend entity. And import entity, select the right one. And add the constructor and the abstract methods being render and tick. Alright, just remove these comments. And now we're going to create some variables, 2 private variables in our plant class. One of them is going to be called private int weight, and that will just like time how long our plant is staying above or like inside of our pipe, how long it so like it knows when to go up, etc. Actually, we only need to create this weight integer, and that's it. I'm lazy as usual, so I haven't actually made a sprite for our piranha plant, so I'm just gonna color code it red. Come on, it was loading a bit there. So yep, import color, and of course we need to do our usual g.fillRect, get x, get y, get width, and then get height. Oh no, not get width, just width and height. Actually, now that I think about it, I actually should implement a get width and get height method. I've been using it for a lot of the new Java projects I've been making recently. So I'm actually going to go into our entity class and create a get width and get height method right now. I really don't know why I didn't think of this before. So in case you forgot, the way to quickly create getters and setters is that you just scroll down, you right click, then go to source, then generate getters and setters. Then you select what you want the getters and setters to be of. So you want the getters and setters to be of width and height, so just tick width and height. You can see there's all these variables that we have. Alright, and there you go. You've made a get width and get height method. But really, I can't be stuffed replacing the times we have used width and height instead of get width and get height. Actually, we do need to create a boolean, and that boolean will be called moving. So that will just check if our piranha plant is actually moving. And we'll create another private boolean, and the private boolean is going to be called inside pipe. And in our constructor, we're going to set both the moving boolean and the inside pipe boolean equal to false. Equals to false. So now we're going to make our piranha plant actually move. So, actually, now that I think about it, we'll set inside pipe equal to true. So, in our tick method, of course, because our piranha plant is moving, we need a type y plus equals of ly like we usually do. No x plus equals of lx because our piranha plant will only be moving up and down, not left or right. So, yeah, under that, we're going to add 1 to wait every tick. So it's kind of like counting the phases every tick. And we're going to check if wait is greater than or equal to 180. So when wait is equal to 180, 3 seconds should pass in real time, well, approximately 3 seconds. So by doing this, we're going to make our piranha plant be outside of our pipe for 3 seconds and be inside of our pipe for 3 seconds. And of course, we'll make wait count when moving is equal to false. So I actually should put an if statement in front of moving. So we'll make an if statement. If moving is equal to false, then we want to add 1 to wait. So yeah, in our if statement where we're checking if wait is greater than or equal to 180, we're going to check if inside pipe is equal to true. So if inside pipe, and we only need to type that to let Java know we're asking if inside pipe is equal to true. And if that's true, we're going to give the if statement a body, and in the if statement we'll set inside pipe equal to false. And we set inside pipe equal to false because when we're inside of our pipe we want to come back out. So yeah, anyway, we're also going to set moving equal to true. Equal to true. So we can actually tell our piranha plant to move. And after the if statement, we're going to make an else statement. And of course, this else statement will occur whenever inside pipe is equal to false. We're just going to copy the 2 lines of code we typed in our inside pipe if statement, paste it into the else statement, but just change inside pipe equal to false to inside pipe equal to true, because this code will get called whenever we're outside of our pipe, and when we're outside of our pipe we obviously want to go back in. Actually, to make things more efficient, what I'm going to do is that I'm going to delete all this code, and for the if inside pipe if statement, all we're going to do is set inside, oh my god, I cannot spell, inside pipe equal to false. But we don't actually set moving to true, but we'll set it after, and you'll see how. And for the else statement, of course, we set inside pipe equal to true. And then after the if and else statements, we're going to set moving equal to true, and we want to reset the value of a wait. So of course we'll set wait equal to 0. So yeah, now we're gonna make if moving is equal to true if statements under our if wait is greater than or equal to 180 if statement. And in our moving if statement, we're going to check if inside pipe is equal to true. And if that's true, we want to set val y equal to, let's make it -3, because when we're inside our pipe, we obviously want to come back out, and setting val y to a negative value will make our piranha plant move up. And we're going to make an else statement, and for that else statement, we'll set val y equal just to +3, because this line of code will get called whenever our inside pipe boolean is equal to false, because of course this else statement will get called whenever we are outside our pipe, and setting val y to a positive value will make our piranha plant, or like any entity, go down. And one more variable we have to create is, remember what we did for our player going down a pipe? We made a pixels traveled variable. We're going to make another pixels traveled variable for our plant. So we'll type private int pixels traveled, set it equal to 0. Actually, we don't have to set it equal to anything. I'm pretty sure by default, Java sets integers that aren't declared equal to 0. Alright, so now we'll go down to our moving if statement and add the value of pixels traveled equal to val y, by val y. So pixels traveled plus equals val y, and now we'll add the value of val y to pixels traveled. So in this moving if statement, we're going to make another if statement. If pixels traveled is greater than or equal to get height. So yeah, we're checking if pixels traveled is greater than or equal to our piranha's height. And if that's true, you want to set pixels traveled equal to 0. Equal to 0. Oh, I spelled pixels wrong. Pixels. There we go. Set pixels traveled equal to 0. Moving equal to false. And set val y equal to 0 because we don't want to be moving anymore. But the thing is, if we're trying to check if pixels traveled is greater than or equal to get height, when we're setting our val y equal to -3, this line of if statement will never get called, because negative values are lower than positive values, and our pixels traveled will obviously be a negative value when we set our val y equal to -3, or any negative integer. So in our if statement, we're going to make an or statement. So these little two straight lines, I don't know what you call them, but I'll just call them straight lines. So that's an or statement, by the way. And after the or operator, we will type or pixels traveled is less than or equal to negative get height. So this is pretty much saying if pixels traveled is greater than or equal to get height, but for negative values. Alright, so now we're pretty much finished in our Piranha plant class. Now we're going to go into our player class and quickly implement a collision detection. The collision detection will be pretty much the same to our Goomba and Tower boss. So in our if statement, we're going to create an or operator. In the if statement, in our entity for loop, in our player's tick method. In the if e.getID is equal to id.goomba or e.getID is id.towerboss, that if statement, we're going to make an or operator, and we're going to be checking if e.getID is equal to id.plant. And of course we get an error because we haven't created a constant in id.plant yet, so just quickly do that now. Alright, and that's pretty much the collision detection done. All you have to do is make it spawn in the pipes. So to do that, we're going to go into our tile package and open up our pipe class. And in our pipes constructor, we're going to add another boolean. And that boolean will be called boolean plant. Come on, spell properly, oh my god. So yeah, we're going to create another parameter in our pipe constructor. It's going to be a boolean, and we're going to call it plant. And in our pipes constructor, we're going to make an if statement. If plant is equal to true, then of course we want to add a new piranha plant. So we'll type add entity new plant, and the x and y coordinate. The x coordinates for our piranha plant will be just our pipes x. The y coordinate will be our pipes y. The width and height of our piranha plant will be just get width and get height, so you know, the regular width and height for our pipe. Actually, no. Instead of get height, we want to type just 64. Because if we type get height for in our pipe class, our pipe is actually 15 blocks long. So our piranha plant will be 15 blocks long, and we don't want that. And because the height of a regular block is 64 pixels, we'll just type 64. So yeah, the ID of the plant will of course be id.plant, and the handler is obviously handler. So we're going to use our pipes handler as our piranha plants handler. Oh yeah, and we get an error. Well, we get two errors, because one is that we need to type handler dot add entity new plant blah blah blah. Because if we just type add entity, we're trying to access a method called add entity in our pipe class that doesn't exist, and we need to use our handler's add entity method. So we need to type handler dot add entity. And the other reason is on our get width method. And the reason why this occurs because we created get width and get height getters in our entity superclass, but we haven't created it in our tile superclass. So we're going to do that now. Go to your tile superclass, and of course just scroll down to all the getters and setters. And before our rectangle get bounds, we're going to do what we did for our entity class. Right click on an empty line of code. We'll go to source, generate getters and setters, and tick what we want to create a getter and setter for. So in this case will be width and height. Click OK, and there you go, it's created our getters and setter for us. So now we shouldn't get an error, but if we go into our handler class, we will get an error because we haven't specified a parameter for a pipe. As you can see, we get an error because of this, because we need to add a boolean, our plant boolean. And of course, because we're implementing piranha plants in this episode, we want to actually spawn a piranha plant, so we'll set plant equal to true. Alright, so now let's run our game, and oh yeah, we need to open up our game class, because if we don't open up our game class, then our Java program can't read our main method, which is what we need to actually run a Java game. So yeah, now we'll run it. And if I've typed all the code right, it should work. Why is it taking so long? Anyway, alright, start our game, shows our live. Alright, jump over our Cooper. And our piranha plant doesn't appear to be here. Maybe it's there, but maybe it's not visible, so let's try collide with it. Alright, as you can see, we died, so it means it's probably there, but it's not rendering, which is strange, because if I look in a plant class, you can see that I've set the color to red. Maybe the coordinates aren't right. I'll have a play around with the code, and I'll be back when I'm finished. So what I did is that I set the plant's Y coordinate to be 1 block higher than what it was before. So hopefully that should solve the problem. Let's run our game. Alright, so as you can see that piranha plants move up and down a bit slower, but I reckon their wait time is still a little long, so I'm pretty sure I'll just change it to 60 off camera, but I won't actually show you the differences because I don't think there'll be much to see. And if I I was gonna walk on the pipe to demonstrate that if we walk on the pipe when the piranha plant is inside of our pipe, we wouldn't die, but I died. So yeah, I walked on top of the pipe. What? Why isn't it moving up? I just realized that. I don't know, what happened is that I stepped on top of the pipe when the piranha plant was inside the pipe, and it stopped moving up for some reason. I really do not know why. Okay, we'll try again. Alright, let me try this one. Oh, I died on this one. Maybe it was just about to finish going down, or maybe it was about to pop back up. But anyway, you probably saw this bug. I just discovered it. I'll probably fix it in the next episode or something. So yeah, anyway, I'm going to wrap up this episode here. If you enjoyed, feel free to leave a like, a comment, and subscribe. If someone you know is interested in learning how to program and game in Java, please send them this tutorial. I would highly appreciate it. Remember to suggest what topic you want me to cover in the next tutorial. And if you have a Twitter account, please feel free to follow me on Twitter. So see you guys soon. Bye.